Here's something you won't hear in most Raleigh is Amazing videos. Guess what? You can still land a modern home near Raleigh for an affordable price, and today we'll show you where. We're going to be breaking down the 6 most affordable Raleigh area suburbs you probably haven't fully considered yet. We're going to mix underrated lifestyle perks with well-known benefits, plus how to navigate 2026's strategic shifts in buying and selling so you don't overpay or miss out. My family and I moved here from Southern California 8 years ago sight unseen, so we've lived the pitfalls and helped hundreds avoid them. Also, stick around to the end for our free buyer and seller relocation guides and hit that subscribe button so you can catch every local update with our weekly videos. Now let's get started. Just south of downtown is Garner. If you want city access with a hometown vibe, this is it. What about the commute times? On a normal day, you're roughly 10 to 15 minutes from the heart of downtown via the I-40 or US 70, which lets you live a quieter daily life and still make that morning meeting. Housing values is the headline here. The median sale price in September 2025 was only about $415,000, which is a touch lower than last year, which definitely tells you what's going on now. Buyers have leverage again in the sub $450,000 band. There are resale and new construction, which gives you options to some of the amazing incentives going on right now with some of the new developments, which wasn't the case last year or before. What you'll see on the ground is a mix of 60s to 80s brick ranches with great bones and newer subdivisions near White Oak with bigger kitchens, open living areas, and that rare triangle bonus yards you can actually use. Schools fall under Wake County and Johnston County, so that's an important factor to look at when you're moving your family and relocating out here. The great news is you have a deep bench of elementary options, magnet schools, and multiple paths into high school. Families love the youth sports scene and weekend park life. Lifestyle-wise, Lake Benson Park is your go-to for trails and paddling days, and White Oak Crossing covers the everyday needs like groceries, big box, dinner, and a movie without trekking into Raleigh. The pace here is friendly, neighbors are actually waving, and town events keep that calendar full, like the Spring Extravaganza, or coming soon when we're actually filming this is the Garner Christmas Parade. If your top 3 are commute, value, and community, Garner definitely delivers without the sticker shock you might expect close to the city. Now let's slide east to Knightdale, where first-time buyers and young families are scooping up homes with modern layouts and a real sense of newness. This town has grown fast, but intentionally, with sidewalks finally popping up, cul-de-sacs, and an anchor park that acts like a living room for the whole community. The median home price out here sits around $386,000, with the median list price around $402,000 as of early fall 2025, which means negotiation room still exists if you're patient and prepped. And again, new construction has some amazing rates and incentives that will not last forever. Commute-wise, the I-87 and US 264 corridor funnels you into downtown Raleigh in roughly 20 minutes in the off-peak hours. And the I-540 loop gives you choices to get around the triangle. The feel in Knightdale is useful and active. Knightdale Stations Park, newly remodeled splash pad, dog park, and amphitheater makes it the casual hangout spot. Get a bite across the street at Prime Barbecue, which is one of our favorite, and a great beer at Oak City Brewery, which our family goes to often. You can also enjoy a night out at the depot where we go with friends to get a great dinner and catch up with a few drinks. You also can check out the Mingo Creek Connect on into the Neuse River Greenway, which is a huge quality of life win if you bike or you run long, and it's currently being expanded as we speak. The great thing about downtown Knightdale is, especially next to Oak City Brewery, it's quite walkable. The park-centric meetup culture is strong. For schools, you're in Wake County with new and renovated facilities rolling out, plus nearby charters and privates like Thales Academy, which is one of our faves for those exploring alternatives. And if you want a newer home, a fast but friendly vibe, and parks that pull people together, Knightdale's a sleeper hit. Now for a peaceful but vibrant curveball that still has momentum, Wendell. The town's profile has climbed thanks to Wendell Falls and a wave of human scale growth that hasn't stripped away small town charm. In prices, Wendell's median sale price hovers around $415,000 as of September September 2025, which is flat to slightly down year over year, which means the entry point for single family homes are still accessible compared to the Triangle's household names. Zillow's overall value index has Wendell, when you take out Wendell Falls, at around 370,000. So it just depends where you want to live and if you want to be more in the Wendell Falls action or a little more out in the country. The story is definitely consistent. Good value with new inventory that's still coming. Commute times are better than many realize. Hop on US 64 or 264 and you can hit downtown Raleigh in about 20 to 25 minutes off peak. Quicker than the map makes it look. What do you feel living here? Neighborhood trails, pocket parks, and a cafe and brew scene that's present but not overhyped. Downtown Wendell still looks and feels like a place with neighbors, not tourists, and seasonal events become instant, see everyone there moments like the Wendell Wonderland, which is coming up right around the corner. Schools sit within Wake County School District, and growth has brought facility upgrades and staggered school additions. The great thing with that is there is more capacity and more choice than a town this size had a decade ago by leaps and bounds. If you like the idea of new home comfort meets small town pace, Wendell's balance is tough to beat at this price. Now let's head south to Fuquay Varina. Yes, the one with two historic downtowns and a growth arc that's been wild in the last 5 years. Here's the twist. After a run up prices finally cooled a bit this year, the median sale price in September 2025 is coming in around $449,000, and that's actually down about 10% year over year, which is meaningful for buyers who were sidelined in 2023 and 2024. This is one of those towns where more house for the money can mean an extra room, a bigger yard, or a newer build with community amenities. What about the daily life? You've got two walkable main streets, Fuquay and Varina, plus breweries like Aviator, which is super cool, restaurants from casual to chefy, and a calendar that fills itself. Festivals, art nights, parades, and your outdoor time definitely scales up too. The Hilltop Needmore Town Park and Preserve spans well over 100 acres with miles of greenway, weekend hikes without leaving town. Commutes to downtown Raleigh usually take about 30 to 35 minutes, and to Cary, Apex via the NC 55 is very similar. As the I-540 extensions continues to stitch the region together, Southside access keeps improving. The schools here are Wake County with newer campuses and strong athletics and art presence. Families moving in from out of state are often surprised at how quickly they plug in to teams, PTAs, and booster clubs. If you want small city energy with room to grow, Fuquay Varina checks a lot of boxes. Now let's head across the county line to Clayton, which is one of the Triangle's classic stretch your dollars play with a twist. You're not just saving on housing, you're actually near major employers right in town like biopharma and manufacturing like Grifols Therapeutics and Novo Nordisk. On pricing, you'll see some spread depending on the neighborhood and product type. Redfin shows an October 2025 median home price of a single family home is $395,000, and townhomes and condos are actually coming in at $299,000. Clayton is consistently one of the most affordable single family markets with credible commute options. The job story is a differentiator. Novo Nordisk and Grifols anchor thousands of quality roles, engineering, operations, and logistics. So plenty of residents live and work in Clayton without touching the I-40, while others split the difference and commute to downtown Raleigh in roughly 25 to 30 minutes off peak via the US 70 or I-40. The housing here ranges from the 1990s to the 2000 classics on larger lots to brand new communities with pools, clubhouses, greenway connections, and some great 55 plus communities. Downtown Clayton has evolved into an arts and events hub center, a Clayton Center with local breweries like Deep River Brewing, coffee shops like Boulevard West or the Triangle Coffee Shop, and a legit street fair festival. Parks and greenways are expanding. The Clayton Riverwalk ties you into the new system, so those long Saturday rides to Raleigh are absolutely a thing. Schools are Johnston County, so they're often smaller cohorts than Wake County with strong community support and popular charter and private options nearby, again with Thales Academy, which is a hit with many of our clients. If you want affordability and job options that everyone shows up for the Harvest Festival feel, Clayton's hard to ignore. Now finally, one of the sleeper towns, Zebulon. Zebulon's on the eastern edge of Wake County, where pricing still surprises people. Zebulon's median sold price was about $315,000 in October 2025, and it's definitely the most affordable on this list by a clear margin. Commute routes are straightforward. US 264 and I-87 is going to run you 30 to 40 minutes into downtown Raleigh when traffic cooperates, and you're also perfectly placed if it leans east toward Rocky Mount or Wilson. What does life feel like here? It's creative meets classic small town with a compact historic core. You also have 5 County Stadium for your summertime baseball and a fun lineup of local institutions like Old Raleigh Distillery, which was actually named the best micro distillery for whiskey in 2023, and it actually won the best for North Carolina whiskey locally in 2023 and 2024. Then there's one of our favorite, Southland Steakhouse, which is one of our family faves for a nice prime rib and great family atmosphere. You can also go to McLean's Old Time Cafe, which has been around for 60 years and always has great food. Check out their Google reviews, they're pretty stellar. Visit Raleigh, which is the big tourism website, calls Zebulon a spot where community spirit and outdoor fun collide. There's even a century old town hall turned arts gallery and the only bagpipe manufacturer in North America holding court downtown. Parks are plentiful, but they're not huge, especially for a town this size. And neighborhood choices range from lovingly restored mill houses to brand new 3-bedroom builds that still dip into the low to mid 300,000s, which is honestly almost unheard of in Wake County. Also, check out the new Cattail Lake community, which a few of our clients have recently purchased, with amazing lake living with a ton of peace and quiet, but it's definitely going to be in the higher price range. Schools are in Wake County with small school familiarity and the same broader system resources like the other cities. You also have access to East Wake Academy, which is a lottery system, but it's a great choice for the area. So if you're budget conscious and want space plus a neighborly rhythm, Zebulon might be your yes. 2026 is shaping up as more on the buyer's market side, which is great for our clients. Inventory has definitely been climbing, so time in the market has been stretching up, definitely versus 2022. We had a mid-October dip where selection was up and competition eased. Nationally, that week was actually flagged as the best time to buy thanks to higher inventory and softer prices. The Triangle actually followed the same pattern in many of our zip codes. What does that mean for you? If you're buying, be pre-approved, know your ceiling, and use days on market to your advantage. If you're selling, price it to the market you're actually in, not the one that your neighbor talked about in 2022, and lean on presentation, pre-inspection, light prep, a great social media campaign, and smart concessions to keep deals smooth when buyers have alternatives, which Brandy and I can definitely help you out with. In short, this is a skills market, not a frenzy, and that's good news if you're strategic and you have the right partners with their boots on the ground in North Carolina. Thanks for hanging out and riding shotgun with me as we explored these 6 affordable Raleigh area suburbs: Garner, Knightdale, Wendell, Fuquay Varina, Clayton, and Zebulon. Hopefully you saw how each offers a unique flavor. Some closer to the city, some more rural, some are newer developments, and some have older charm, but all of them share one key thread: you can still get a great home at a realistic price in the Triangle. Remember, our family moved here 8 years ago from Southern California, sight unseen, and we've learned firsthand what to ask, what to look out for, and yes, a few mistakes we wish we hadn't made. Those are mistakes we help our clients avoid. We've also made a frictionless, free buyer and seller relocation guide to help you navigate commutes, schools, lifestyles, trade-offs, growth zones, and hidden costs, so your move is smarter and smoother. Don't forget to download them via that link in the description box. Now, I'd love to hear from you which of these 6 suburbs resonate the most with you and why. Drop a comment. I read them all, and it definitely helps us with ideas for our next videos. If these towns resonated with you, Brandy and I are here as realtors to assist you. You can call, text, or email us at the numbers right here on the screen. But if you're still trying to figure it out and where to go, no pressure. Hit the subscribe button and get the relocation guides so they can help funnel your direction. Also, if you want to see over 100 more videos of towns, schools, and things to do in Raleigh and the surrounding areas, check our sister channel, Life in Raleigh NC. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.